Finance and Performance Committee meeting. Where is it? I'll just flag that we will have some, I'll bring it up formally, but we will have some changes in the agenda as it's written. We have apologies from Councillor Quacks, Walker, Watson and Taipari for lateness.
Madam Chair, I need to leave at 11:30 for an hour.
Right, thank you. Noted. So I'll move those. We've got a seconder. Thank you. Councillor Penrose, all those in favour? Aye, against, carried. Declarations of interest, none received. Confirmation of the minutes of the 17th of March. There has been a minor change to the resolution under the Auckland, item 13. So that's a minor change of $500 missed off, too many zeros. So will someone move those as a true and correct record? Thank you, Councillor Filipaina, seconded by...
I'll second it.
Thank you, Councillor Wood. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against, carried. Thank you. We are going to have an extraordinary item. Public input and local board input will be at item 11. Extraordinary items will be 7.1, which is the Albert Street cladding. So I'm recommending that parts of the confidential item will be discussed in open meeting. Have I moved it? Thank you. I'll move that. Seconded by Councillor Wood. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against, carried. Thank you. No notices of motion, so I'd like to move a precedent of business that we put item 11 now because we have visitors
happy
here.
to move that.
Happy to move that. Thank you, Councillor Penrose. Seconded by Councillor Filipaina. Councillor Filipaina, would you like to welcome our guests, please?
A tēnā rā koutou katoa, ko te mihi tuatai ki te atua nā e hanga me katoa. E te iwi Ngāti Te Ata, tēnā koutou. Kei te whaia a Dame Naneko, tēnā koe. Tēnā koutou, kua tai mai nei ki te kōrero, ki te kaupapa e hui mai tātou. Hei o anō me mihi ki a rātou mā. Ki tō tama a tāhuna e kore e wareware tia. Nō reira e ngā mate haere koutou ki a koutou. A tātou te hunga ora ki a tātou. E te whaia, e te rangatira a Andy, Ngāti Te Ata, huri noa a tēnā koutou. Tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora.
Thank you, Alf, and welcome to this meeting. So, councillors, we're on item 11, proposed transfer of land adjacent to Lake Pukurua. So, there is... You lead off again.
Tēnā koutou katoa, te he mana me mo te kaunihira Alfie. Koe hoki o tēne tāmai tēne rā. Thank you for bringing the item forward. Appreciate that. And thank you for the considerations given to approve the transfer of land to the trust, to the Ngāti Te Ata Trust. It's been a long journey for us and looking forward to the eventual transfer of the land and in particular the pā site to the custodianship of Ngāti Te Ata. There's a lot of things I wanted to say, but perhaps I should just say that when the land adjacent power sites were destroyed, this particular block was in very good shape, very good shape. It's not so today, and we in Ngāti Te Ata look forward to it being to return to us in the state that it was time of the destruction of the other two power sites. That includes a defined boundary fence, which you can't see today. It includes and should include safe access to the power site and to that land there. My understanding is that there's some animals that have become feral running around on their property. I don't know that we want to acquire animals. Just the land and the power side would be although Andrew says we can have the animals. He's letting the board off. That's what he's doing. But bulls, I mean, who wants bulls?
A cow.
Or deer? Thank you, Madam Chair. We look forward to the eventual day that the land is returned to the hands of Ngāti Te Ata. Right now, I'm seeking a zero tolerance land. And that's a big ask of Ngāti Te Ata, and it's a goal that we will work towards. Thank you for the opportunity.
Kia ora, thank you. At least the beef price is up at the moment, so it should be quite good. Andy, do you want to make any comment?
Yeah, thanks, Madam Chair. Just from a local board perspective, we obviously fully support this lengthy process to finally get the land back to Ngāti Te Ata, and 1994, it's a long time ago, and it doesn't matter why we're at the position we're at. This is a great opportunity for us to fix that, and we are keen for council to, as a whole, to show goodwill in that respect. So I would encourage you all to just adopt this and let us move forward. Thanks.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Councillor Philip Heiner.
Thank you, Chair. And the question is to Andy. Andy, Dame Manako just mentioned the fact that the land, and wants it back to at least close to what it was in 1994. So I just want to get a comment around your position as to how that can be done and facilitated.
Yeah, I mean, the local board discussed it at the time when we at our meeting, and look, we think it's behoving upon council to return it to a decent state and not the state that it's in now. It's been sort of neglected, and it is infested with weeds. It's untidy. In amongst those weeds, obviously, there are some animals of unknown origins and unknown types that probably need to be dealt with. I think, you know, the local board has indicated that we are able to fund some of the weed clearance and things like that. I'm not sure we can fund the whole lot, so I'd like to see staff work in how we as a council collectively can achieve that, so that we get it back to a nice, you know, a chunk of land that is attractive to look at, is usable, is fenced, and has good and safe access, as Dame Nanako has mentioned. So I'd like to see that collaboration happen, Alf, and somehow staff work out a way of getting it back, and we're happy to chuck some money into that if we need to from our OPEX.
Thank you.
Chair, just to supplement you, but to you through the officers, can I get that answered as well when we actually get to the report?
Well, we're doing the report now.
Oh, I'll be doing both?
Yep.
Okay,
So
so
Kat, do you want to make some comments on that?
So this issue, as you can tell, came up at when we went to the local board, and the local board has indicated some support for that. So in order to get the land transfer process progressed, we've brought this report here, and in that timeframe have been unable to estimate how much it would actually cost operationally to both fence the land and do the weed management and animal management required. It would require additional time to get that done. One of the things is whether it's contingent on the transfer happening or whether we can do it some way operationally where the transfer can occur so it doesn't hold up the transfer given how long that process has taken, yet we make some kind of other agreement about what actual operational help on the land council could give, and I suppose an amendment to the recommendations could enable staff to go away and work out how that could be done.
So, I mean, I'm not the councillor for that area, but
Councillor Cattermore.
yeah, I was just sort of thinking, Bill, that the transfer take place contingent on, but I'll leave that to the councillor in Franklin. Thank you.
Madam Chair, acknowledge you, Dame Naraka and Andy. Madam, this is a step to return some land that needs to be returned to Ngāti Tiata. And then as the next steps, we can look at how we go about redressing some of the degradation that's gone on there, you know, the weeds and the lack of fencing and the lack of council input to keep that land as it should have been kept when it was in public ownership. So I would suggest that we go with the recommendations and come back in the future with, okay, what are the next steps after consultation with the local board and our senior staff to find a way forward.
So Councillor Cashmore, could you suggest maybe an amendment to B, because B as it reads actually says that following the transfer, the trust will resume responsibility. So we need to have something in B that talks about the ability to transfer the land, but council needs to
Investigate partnership with council and
Well, the trust will assume responsibility for the preservation of all the cultural artefacts and management of the property in collaboration with council to provide outcomes agreed by all, or words to that effect.
Madam Chair, just
yes, sorry.
Madam Chair, could I just say that the surrounding properties is riddled with all the weeds, noxious weeds, and so local board may spend a lot of money clearing up this particular block, but from a layman's eyes, it will only be a matter of days before it's infested again because of the surrounding properties. Is it not one of the tasks of council and board to ensure that all properties are pest weed free?
The problem with that is that that's private land, presumably. I wouldn't like to go down that discussion at this stage, trying to keep farmers to keep their land clean is always
Subject to our weed
been
and pest management plans.
we can get them to have it.
It's not good enough.
Okay, so,
Sorry, just one more question to the officers. There's a pass site on there too. Is the pass site also included in the transfer of the land to Ngāti Tiata? I just want to get confirmation because I've tried to have a look at it in there.
Yes, as the report outlines, the pass site is in Lot 2, which is proposed to be transferred to Ngāti Tiata.
Thank you.
Madam Chair,
sorry, we're just trying to sort out the words on this one. Yes,
can I just
sorry.
get clearly from you, are you saying that council has no obligations to ensure that good farming practice, land practice, is not carried out within your region? I mean, what is the point of us, all of us, in collaboration, cleaning up this block and all the surrounding lands is totally infested.
And I think that's something for our weed and pest people to go out and visit to make sure that happens. Councillor Fletcher.
Madam Chair, Dame Te Ata highlights one of the challenges for us, and there is work that is underway at the moment